Okay, 8amtrader.com. Haven't posted videos for the last few days due to work commitments, which I knew were coming up, but quite excited to place the first trade for a few days today. Typical sort of setup, just waiting for the market open on the 10-second chart on the FTSE cash, a couple of minutes before 8 o'clock. So in that auction period on the London Stock Exchange, which I don't think makes it very easy to read the charts, not in terms of traditional candlesticks anyway. I think there's whatever's moving the market at this stage, the auction, as I referred to, it doesn't really lend itself very well to being able to make a determination. And kind of to a degree, all bets are off at 8 o'clock, but I've got the indicators and the signals which give a very strong idea about which way it might go, but not every single day. Not every single day. Sometimes they're not there, and they are indicators, and they give you a good edge over the market, but they're not cast iron predictors of the future. So just seeing this move up at the moment, it always looks, I mean, this is a 10-second chart. This is any chart's going to have quite a narrow range on it because the movement's not going to be that much. So it looks like quite a big movement, doesn't it? But it's not really. It's 5-6 points top to bottom. So just watching this at the moment, but poised. I think this might be a buy. It might not be anything. So just waiting for the clock to tick down effectively and see if we're going to go in. Okay, last few seconds before 8 o'clock. So, okay, place the trade, 8 o'clock now, straight in. Now let's see if we can get the stop loss in. It's gone against us, right? Okay, where are we? All right, so you can see a really violent 10 seconds. It's gone down and then come back up again. I mean, it's all relative. It's only rebounded sort of 3 points or something. But right, there we go. See if we get the stop loss in, and just need to give it a little bit of headroom so that we don't get stopped out immediately. You can see it's oscillating, so it's not as if it's just going in one direction. And you know when it's going in one direction, you know when it's oscillating. It's oscillating, so I'm a bit wary of just hitting and putting the stop loss in, but at the same time, to counter that, because it's oscillating, it's likely, although look down 80-90 quid at the moment, if you see most of these videos, that doesn't happen very often, normally straight in profit. Because it's oscillating, I'm pretty confident it's going to go back up again. So if I wasn't, I'd close it, but it's just going up and down, up and down. It's got no direction at the moment. So okay, is it going to go up? Is it going to reach? No, it's not. Okay, so it's just a case of being patient and seeing how this plays out. Taking this 10-second chart is pretty useful. The final candle probably the final candle of any particular time frame is the most important one, not least of all because that's where the price ends up, but it definitely sets the tone for the next time frame. So if you're looking at the 5-minute chart, the 5th minute, the 4th to 5th minute, the final minute, would be the most important. On the 10-second chart, it's that 50 seconds to the opening of the next minute. So I know this doesn't look good, but it's only gone down to where it was at the pre-market, and then it bounced up from there. So there's every reason to think it's going to do the same thing again. And it's got a nice green candle with a wick on the end of it. So there was something there that moved it and pushed it back up again. So it's found a low point. These candles in between are just noise. You could probably just ignore those. The really significant points are the extremities. So we've got one at the top of the chart there, just after 8 o'clock, and we've got one down at the bottom. And especially the way it's moving, it's gonna eventually it will do something significant and move out of it, but at the moment it doesn't look like it's going to do any of it. So we're still down 130 quid, 120 pounds, but it's not a big distance back to the entry point. When you put money on the market, you really concentrate on what the candles do, and that's when you really sort of absorb the characteristics of what's going on, and because it matters. So these few candles, I've been watching them, and they've definitely been, the last 20 seconds, it's been spending more time in the green than the red. And it's kind of as sort of basic and yet as subtle as that, just watching them. So here we go. Okay, that's a pretty confident move. So let's see if we can get. Yeah, okay. It's a confident move, but it's a confident move in real terms. It's only a couple of points above that previous high. And I said the last candle of the minute is the most important one. If it comes back on itself in the last 10 seconds of the minute, you can't expect it in the opening 10 seconds of the next new minute to really go on from there. It just doesn't tend to do it. Maybe other times of day, I doubt it very often. It will do it sometimes, but I'm going to give this another go. Because one of the things when it's oscillating around a point, and it's pretty much back to where it was at market open, right? And it's crossed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, it just keeps crossing it. You're chancing your arm if you keep doing it, but if you take a position and it goes against you, it'll probably just come back again. Obviously, because it's oscillating, there you can really see you can see how much it just oscillates within a minute and then just settles back on where it started. It does mean the potential profit is not massive, because it's oscillating between two relatively narrow margins, but it does mean you can take a position, and the great thing is that position is taken because you've got a little forest of, show it to you. You've got a little forest of candles at the bottom, legs of the candles. Okay, and you can see it just doesn't want to go below it. So if you get in there in that zone, you got a pretty good chance of it going up. One time it will just go through and you'll be wrong, but most of the time it's fine. So here we go. Must have been chatting away. I got the stop loss in, close the bet, close the trade. You know it's not going to go up much further, so I'll take that. 163 quid, I think that was. And on the basis it's not likely to go up much further, seeing as we've got a little forest of candles at the top, could possibly take a stab at it going back down again. Okay, so I regret not closing the trade and opening another one simultaneously there. I should have done that. That was a bit of that was not as smart as it could have been. Because it would have got in 1 or 2 points higher. But you can see there's a forest of candles. Even if you go back to the pre-market open, the pre-market, that doesn't make sense, pre-market open, you can see there's candles there. 6525, 6526. You got a pretty good chance of being at the top. You can't be too greedy if it goes down, because it's not going to go down very far either. But in a way, it's very, very simple. It's pretty basic stuff. I'm not going to keep doing this though, because at some point you're going to run out of luck and it's going to go in the other direction and keep going. But and hopefully not right this moment. I just want to get this stop loss in, and I've got 160 quid, so right, okay, good. Just give it a little bit more room and protect it. Okay, we're in, excellent. There you go, taking us out immediately. I think